What's up, trainers? This is Pogo Slayer 93. Today I'm gonna do another Future Cup battle, and into this video, I'm gonna share with you guys my own tournament that I played in 2 days ago. So it was an exciting tournament, and I believe a lot happened. And yeah, congratulations to Shiroyo07, which is one of the tough competitor in this tournament who become a champion, and he does beat me in the final round. It's a last battle between who going to be a champion. It was a fun battle. I do surprise with what happened in the final match. So I got number 3 in this tournament. So I think it was a satisfying result for me. As long as I'm at the top for my tournament, I think it's fine. So congratulations to everyone, and most of all to Shiroyo 07. So without further ado, let's dive into the video, guys. So yeah, I'm going to use Wish Cash, Alolan Sandslash, Alolan Marowak, Shift Free, and Noctowl with Empoleon. And my first opponent was Izarith 04. He have Wish Cash, Venusaur, Blaziken, Noctowl, Altaria, and Piloswine. If you take a look at the Altaria, his Altaria CP is kinda low, so it's interesting. So for the first match, I'm going to use Noctowl, and against his own Noctowl, I do use another, Empoleon and Wishcash, I guess. So the first match was Noctowl versus Noctowl, and it was a pretty boring match for the first one. So a little bit lag there, and I'm going to use the Sky Attack here because Sky Attack does an amount of damage to the Wish Cash. So a lot of lag happened in this tournament, guys. So going to use my Sky Attack. This flying type charge is really hard to use, guys. So I'm gonna switch to my Empoleon. I do know that Empoleon is weak to the Mud Bomb because of the ground against Steel. But because of the Empoleon have Waterfall, which will rip off the Wish Cash HP, I'm gonna happy with it. So going to use Hydro Cannon here. I can't afford to take another Mud Bomb. I forgot just how many fast move he have made. So yeah, he shielded, and it shows that he going to use the Mud Bomb here. So I'm gonna let my Empoleon down and switch to my Noctowl. Actually, Alolan Marowak also fine, just to farm down this less HP Wish Cash. And I'm gonna farm this Wish Cash with my Noctowl. I believe this is going to be a Mud Bomb. He is able to get a chip damage against my Noctowl. And what is his next Pokemon will be? It was a Piloswine. So yeah, Piloswine have ground and ice type. So it's either Avalanche or Rock Slide here. It was an Avalanche, so he switched to Noctowl. Okay, guys, this is going to be a very interesting match because we do know that Alolan Marowak cannot beat this Noctowl. I'm gonna use my my Bomb Club to bait his shield, and I'm able to bait the shield, and I'm straight away going to use the Shadow Ball here, which definitely going to faint down the Noctowl, because although it's not effective because of the HP of the Noctowl is really slow, I get to use my Shadow Ball and knock down the Noctowl. And this is going to be Avalanche, and wow, I'm barely able to use the Bone Club here. I was able to learn a little bit on how to use solve the bubble for the ground type. I can make it like slide through to the right and to the left to make my opponent confused with what kind of charge move I'm going to use. So it's fun. So that's it for the first round in the first match, and let's go into the second round of the first match against Izari04. I'm started off with the with the knockdown, and he started off with wish cash. So we do know that if this is going if your opponent use um, Blizzard against the Noctowl, it does do a lot of damage. And yeah, he was able to take my Sky Attack energy against his own Noctowl, and I'm switched to my Empoleon because it's either Nightshade or Sky Attack. Both are not going to be super effective against Empoleon. So I'm going to use Empoleon just to farm this Noctowl down, um, yeah, until this Noctowl will faint. I'm sure a little bit here because I'm afraid of his wish cache at the back. I'm pretty upset at this moment because I have to use my a lot of energy against the Noctowl. I shouldn't use the Hydro Cannon against the Noctowl just now because it was a waste. I should have just used one shield and farm down the Noctowl. But this is going to be a Mud Bomb. I'm gonna let my Empoleon down and going to use my Shift Tree here. So Shift Tree, man, this is a very OP Pokemon in this meta for the Fusion Cup. So yeah guys, I hope you guys are doing well and having fun for this cup, because my personal point of view, I hate it. So here comes the Blaziken against the Noctowl. This is not going to be hurtful against my Noctowl, although it's mutual. And yeah, this one Sky Attack is going to faint down the Blaziken, surely. And he have no shield. We do remember that he have another Pokemon at the back, which is Wish Cache, with some amount of energy. I'm gonna shield this one. It's either Blizzard or Mud Bomb. It's fine. And it was a Blizzard. It was a huge shield for me. And yeah, I do miss a lot of bubble for the flying type charge move. It was really hard to get everything, guys. If you can get it, it was fine. I'm gonna show another video in this YouTube, which I missed one bubble, which caused me loss in the final match. So I'm gonna use another Sky Attack here against the Wish Cache, which will definitely faint down the Wish Cache. So nice game for the second round of the first match. So for the last for the last round here against Izari 04, just go on with the game. I started off again with the Noctowl. Three times started off with the Noctowl, and he was able to switch to his Piloswine. And yeah, this is going to be a very bad matchup for me because of course the Alola Marowak can never beat the Noctowl. I'm trying to make it like a Shadow Ball here, but it doesn't matter. Shadow Ball will never beat the Noctowl. So I'm just gonna let this Alola Marowak fainted and trying to get the Shadow Ball here. So Shadow Ball also is not really effective against Noctowl because Noctowl have normal type, I guess, with the flying type. So well, my Alola Marowak was able to get half of the Noctowl's HP, which I'm going to use my next Pokemon, which is Alolan Sandslash here, and this is going to faint down the Noctowl. He switched to Wish Cache, and yikes, this is really bad for me, guys. I can't win again Wish Cache because Noctowl, Bronzong, and Probopass are super weak against the Wish Cache. So I think I'm gonna let this Wish Cache fainted down, maybe. But I do shield and keep my Wish Cache, my Alolan Sandslash at the back, and going to try to faint down this Wish Cache with my own Noctowl. He's going to shield this one, or he's not shielded this one. Okay, interesting. If this is a Blizzard, is going to rip off my Noctowl, and I was able to correctly predicted the mud bomb. It was a huge prediction for me. I'm going to use another sky attack here. I'm going to shield, obviously I'm going to shield this one. We still do not know what was the Pokemon at the back, and he take his yeah, Piloswine. How to pronounce the name? I'm not sure. Piloswine with Avalanche, and this is going to be a painful match for me. It's fine. This is the last match, just having some fun. But because of playing around for the last match, it cost me to get number 3 in the tournament. Otherwise, I might be able to get at least number 2 in the tournament, but it's fine. Okay, next game for the third round in the first match. Let's get into the second round and of the second match. Sorry, excuse me, for the first round in the second match. Okay, I play against Sazali Muhammad for this Fusion Cup tournament. I'm started off with the Noctowl just now, and he started off with a Lowland Sandslash, guys. So again, if we take a look at his team, he have Wishcash, Noctowl, Bronzong, Probopass, Shift 3, and a Lowland Sandslash. Man, this guy really trying to, I mean, drawn our Wishcash out to, I mean, to use in the game. I really attempted to use my Wishcash because he have 3 Pokemon which really weak to the Wishcash, the Mud Boy, and I do use it because Wishcash in this meta, guys, in this Fusion Cup is really strong, have a very wide coverage against most of the Pokemon. So in this one, I was able to get his Mud Bomb barely enough to switch into Shift 3 here. I'm going to use my Leaf Blade. I'm surprised that he didn't switch, or does he just switch just now? I don't remember. So this is going to be another Mud Bomb. Yeah, I'm correctly shielded that one. I should have take that Mud Bomb, and this is going to be an Ice Punch. So fainting down my my Shift 3 because he do have Wishcash at the back with a lower HP and no energy, I guess. So this Mud Bomb going to faint down the Alolan Sandslash and a Lowland, the Wishcash. Okay. Correction, he have Wishcash with a higher HP. Sorry for my wrong awareness on the Wishcash part. So yeah, guys, there's a lot of game happen. So it was really hard to remember everything. Okay, this Noctowl going to fainting down the Wishcash. This Wishcash have a Blizzard, I believe. Yes, because he was able to farm a lot of energy, and this is going to be farm time for my Noctowl, and I'm gonna take this Mud Bomb. This Fusion Cup is really hard, guys. If you don't calculate correctly, if you don't predict correctly, you're going to lose for sure. Okay, so for this first round in the second match, I'm gonna win this one and try to get another sky attack there. So he might be trying to get the Dark Pass. Was it foul play? Excuse me. But that will not straight away fainting down my Noctowl. So let's get into the second round of the second match against Sazali Muhammad. I'm started off with Wishcash here, and he started off with Wishcash. We do know that, right, guys, if Wishcash versus Wishcash, just go for straight Mud Bomb. If you're able to shield correctly your opponent's Blizzard, that will be huge. that will be huge, guys. As for you, just go for mud bomb here. There's no need for you to, yeah, to go for blizzard. So yeah, I'm going to shield this one and use my mud bomb to spam down the wish cache. It was a huge shield from me, so I was successfully predicted his blizzard, and going to use another mud bomb here because he had used a lot of energy for the blizzard just now. So this mud bomb is going to faint it down the wish cache, just barely enough to get this the opponent's wish cache to faint it, but maybe because of one bubble I missed, I guess that's why I wasn't able to faint down his wish cache. I'm gonna use this mud bomb. Maybe I'm gonna get his shield, and I'm gonna switch to my Noctowl for sure. So he he does use his first shield, I guess. Yeah, it was a first shield, and he switched to his proper pass. I'm gonna straight away use my nightshade here, trying to get some energy against the proper pass, but it's not going to be enough. I'm gonna let this Noctowl fainted down because I do have another Pokemon at the back that might be able to counter the shift tree. And actually, I don't have any Pokemon that can counter his shift tree at the back. So I'm gonna use my Marowak, trying to get some amount of energy against the Probopass. The Probopass does have Rock Slide, I guess, and also maybe Bulldoze and Thunderbolt, something like that. So the Rock Slide does do a lot of damage against Marowak. This is going to be very hard match, guys. Another Rock Slide is coming. This is going to be GG, and I'm trying to use another Bone Club here, or maybe switch into Wish Cache. I was trying to switch to Wish Cache, but at this point I'm gonna use Bone Club and trying to get anything that this Probopass is going to throw. I'm gonna farm down this Probopass, and hopefully I can get to use my Mud Bomb here, and I was able to use Mud Bomb. I really hope I can use Blizzard there, but I was afraid that I wasn't able to get the Blizzard, and maybe if I wait a little bit and get a Blizzard, I might be winning this second round. And yeah, against Marowak, it's not enough to faint down the shift tree because of the fall play. Actually, Leaf Blade is also enough to faint down my Marowak. So next game for the second round of the second match. Now let's get into the last round of the second match against Sazali Muhammad. I'm started off with Wish Cache Hint, and he started off with Bronzong. Maybe he was expecting that I'm going to start off with Noctowl, and this is going to be a favorable match for us, and this is definitely going to uh, get easily win. He didn't switch into the next Pokemon because he do know that if he trying to use maybe Shift 3 against my Wish Cache, I might be able to switch into my Noctowl. So he letting go my he letting go his Bronzong, and I'm gonna switch to the Noctowl here, trying to keep my Wish Cache alive because I didn't know what his third Pokemon is. I'm going to switch to Noctowl and trying to get his Shift Tree. He didn't switch, surprisingly, so it shows that he might not have any Pokemon that might be able to counter my Noctowl other than the Bronzong. So he switched off to the Wish Cache. So I'm currently predicted he have no other the Steel Bros I would say, because the Probopass, Bronzong, and a Lowland Sandslash are the steel bros, that what I call. So I'm gonna use this Sky Attack against his Wish Cash, which do some amount of damage. So the second Sky Attack coming in, and this is going to do a lot of damage, and I'll get his last shield. This is fantastic, this is good for us. I'm trying to learn on how to do the, what do we call it, the animation for the ground move, which is the mud bomb. Sometimes it's really hard if you miss the rhythm of that move animation, and I'm just going to use my Noctowl and farming down this Wish Cache. It doesn't really matter what we do he have at the back. It's whether Mud Bomb or Blizzard. I'm just gonna shield this one, keeping my my Noctowl healthy, and the last Pokemon will be Shiftry, and of course this Sky Attack will definitely fainting down the Shiftry. So this is for the third round of the third match. Oh, actually he does have his Wish Cache alive with 1 HP left. So let's get into the third match. And in this first round, I'm going to use again Wish Cache, Noctowl, and if I'm not mistaken, it was Shiftry or Empoleon. My opponent is Black Eagle 3099. He have Wish Cache, Bronzong, Shiftry, Probopass, Alolan Sandslash, and Noctowl. This guy also have a similar uh, lineup like our previous opponent just now. Okay, as we know that we just have to go straight Mud Bomb against the Wish Cache and try to get the correct I mean moveset that your opponent is going to use. I didn't predict it well for this one, so I'm trying to switch here but I didn't get to switch to my Empoleon, try to get his Mud Bomb. Letting go my Wish Cache here is really hard to play now because it's supposed to be losing. So I'm going to use my Noctowl and try to get his last shield maybe, because if he trying to use Blizzard, of course he need to shield this one. I lose a lot of I lose 2 actually bubble there. If I can get all the bubbles in, I'm pretty sure that this Wish Cache will fade it down. He was able to beat my shield there. Well played by Black Eagle. And this is going to be a match against Noctowl against Alolan Slash. This is not good. I'm barely enough able to switch into my Empoleon. This Ice Punch is not going to do a lot of damage. He's going to put in his, my god, this is Shiftry. I wasn't able to get my Hydro Cannon. I'm trying to use Hydro Cannon here and receive his Leaf Blade because we do have Steel to resist a little bit his Leaf Blade. It's not gonna enough, although the Hydro Cannon has do a lot of damage against the Shiftry. So letting go my Empoleon here. I'm trying to faint down this Shiftry and farming some amount of energy. Oh man, this is not good guys, because he have a Alolan Sandslash at the back with a healthy HP. This is going to be GG, and I'm gonna let go this Noctowl. Try to put some fight, I guess. We shouldn't giving up yet. Whatever it is, just fight until the end. I think energy wise, I should just have used my Sky Attack. It doesn't really matter whether it's a Sky Attack or Nightshade. This last Ice Punch will definitely fainting down my Noctowl. So yeah guys, that's it for the first round of the third match. This guy is really good. I do play against him in the previous tournament. I won, but he do improve a lot in this match, in this tournament. So in the second match, excuse me, in the second round of the third match, I'm gonna start off with the Noctowl. This time because either Noctowl or Wishcash are good starter for this Fusion Cup. So I'm gonna use my Sky Attack here. I'm barely enough get all the bubbles animation in, and he might be using his Blizzard. I don't know what it is because I just have to shield. If he get to use his Blizzard also, it will be hurtful, and the next move of course is going to be a Blizzard. He's going to shield this one. I'm trying to switch into my Wish Cache and receive whatever he had uh, for my Noctowl. So I'm going to receive this Blizzard. Of course, it's going to do a lot of damage against my Wish Cache, and he does use his Shift Trick. Guys, this is definitely losing, but a fun fact is that I trying to do the animation like the mud bomb, so I was able to to get his shift tree because he thought that I'm going to use mud bomb there because he looked at my movement. It was like a mud bomb, so he he wrongly predicted that one. So this is going to turn out to be a favorable match for me. So this mud bomb going to fitting down the Alolan Sand Slash. We can't afford any more Ice Punch here. Okay, we have no shield left. We do get his last shield. Maybe he should have just keep his last shield for his last Pokemon. I believe Wishcash. So I'm going to trying and farming down his Alolan Sand Slash, but unfortunately it's not enough, I guess. And he turned into his Wish Cache. Now this is going to fin down the Wish Cache. I'm about to use the Leaf Blade against the Alolan Sand Slash actually, but he switched into his Wish Cache, and he have 1 or 2 HP left, I guess, and this Noctowl will definitely fainting down his last Pokemon there. So it was so breathtaking, and uh, I might be losing that one, but because of the psychological battle there, I was able to win. So let's get into the last round. This is really hard. Well played by Blade Eagle 3099. I'm gonna start off with Noctowl here, and he started off with Wish Cache. So we do know that we just at least trying to get his Blizzard, otherwise it's a losing match. So trying to playing around here, um, because I think I have Shift Tree and Wish Cache at the back for this last round, and he was able to to get to bait my shield there, and this is going to be Blizzard. Man, this is going to be hurtful. I have to use my Sky Attack there, and he have a very healthy Pokemon at the back, and he didn't want to let his Wish Cache faint down. I guess he should have just used his Mud Bomb against Shift Tree or switch to other Pokemon, and he should have just switched to his Alolan Slash there. That should be good. This is going to be an Ice Punch. I have to shield this one, and because I have a ready full play there for the Alolan Sand Slash. Again, this last match supposedly losing for me, and I'm trying to use the Leaf Blade here. Shift Tree is really great, guys, for this cup. So this is might be get his last shield. So and he's going to use his Ice Punch here. Ice Punch, if I'm not mistaken, it would take like 6 or 5 5 fast move to get the Ice Punch, I guess. And this is going to be losing for the Alolan Sand Slash, because I can just farming this Alolan Sand Slash down and get my excuse me, my Mud Bomb ready, and actually I'm just going straight away for my Blizzard there. So Nice game to Black Eagle 3099. Very well played there. I really supposedly losing there, but somehow I get to win the last round of the third match. So guys, now let's turn it into the last match of the first round of the last match of the tournament. And this is a very shocking match for me because he does use his shift 3 in the last match, guys. He didn't use his shift 3 until the last match. We will see what happened. We will see what happened. So this guy is really good. Before this, if I'm not mistaken, he was at the trainer level, I guess. And he, after this tournament, he become a rival because he's just beat everyone in this tournament. He does beat another challenger, which is Chaos Blissey, and he also beat me in the last match. So yeah, it's really hard to play. So let's dive in into the video. Started off with Wish Cash, and he started off with Empoleon. I believe this matchup, the Wish Cash supposedly winning. We do know that it should be winning. There's some lag there. I have calculated until 4 fast move from the Empoleon, but suddenly it was lag. I don't know what happened. It's a CMP tie. I do know that 2 Mud Bomb will definitely fainting down the Empoleon, and he actually switched into knocked out and received my Mud Bomb. Nice switch there, very nice switch. As it was really frustrating, honestly. But I'm going to use my Empoleon to farming down this Noctowl. That's the idea, because I'm trying to get ready against his own Empoleon at the back with a lower HP. So he shielded once. I'm not gonna shield or do anything here, just receive whatever he have and try to get another Hydro Cannon. Man, he was able to use another Sky Attack there. It was good, and I'm gonna receive again this one. I might be maybe I should have shielded that one. I don't know. I'm not sure. So fainting down the Noctowl, and he putting in his Empoleon, or maybe it was the third Pokemon that we don't know yet. So this one, of course, I have to put in my Wish Cash. I have 2 shield against his Empoleon with no shield, and this is so frustrating because maybe I should have just put the Noctowl there. And this is last match going to be very hard for me to play, because if I can get his one shield there, I might be winning. So I'm trying to make the animation seems like the Nightshade, and I was able to bait his last shield. So it's supposed to be a good last round for me, first round of the third match for me. And let's see what will happen. And I got to block once, and then trying to get the last Nightshade there. So he have to use all of his energy from the Bronzong against my Noctowl. From here, I have calculated until 3, and then, if I'm not mistaken, I wasn't able to get the Nightshade, I guess, and he get to use his last last psychic fast move. So I'm sorry, it was a confusion. Okay, so maybe I should have just gone straight away to the Nightshade and trying to get a CMP tie with a Bronzong, because after I use my Sky Attack, he get to use another confusion and get his Side Shock. It was a very close match there. I was so frustrated. And yeah, let's get into the second round of the fourth match of the tournament. Again, it was started off with Wish Cash against Empoleon. I'm not gonna wait for him to use his Hydro Cannon. I'm not sure whether I should have shield his Hydro Cannon here. So he switched into Noctowl. Man, I was about to think that he is going to use his Hydro Cannon there, and very well played there. Um, I mean, he got me for the second time, and then this is going to be a Sky Attack, not going to do a lot of damage. Oh, it was a nice shade. Also, not going to do a lot of damage there. This Hydro Pump is going to do a lot of damage instead against the Noctowl. And then here I was thinking like, okay, let's just farm down this Noctowl, and he have his Empoleon at the back with a loaded energy. So let's see what happened. And he does use his Hydro Cannon here. Definitely have to shield this one because he already used his one shield. Why not we use our shield instead? So going to use my Hydro Cannon here. Maybe I should farm one or two more energy, but I think I don't want to take any more chances here. Okay, this is going to be another Hydro Cannon. It costs a lot of damage, guys. So I'm letting my Empoleon down and going to use my Wish Cache or maybe Noctowl to farm down this Empoleon. So it was a Noctowl. We do know that this is not a good matchup, but because of the Empoleon have less HP, I'm going to use it against the Empoleon. So as we know, for this match, the Wish Cache is not really good against the Bronzor because he have lesser HP. So I'm trying to farm a little bit his Bronzor there, and then get to my Mud Bomb. And I was trying to get another Mud Bomb, and I do get it. And this is definitely going to get his last shield here. Okay, and he farming down my Wish Cache. So this is going to be a very close match. He get to use his Side Shock. I'm hoping that this is not going to be enough to faint down my Noctowl. And yes, guys, he actually switched into Empoleon, try to get my Sky Attack there. It was a very close one because if I landed my Sky Attack to his Empoleon, I will definitely lose. Definitely lose for the second round of the fourth match. Okay, now let's go into the last one, guys. Because of I'm not sure what will he use. Maybe he going to use Bronzong or Empoleon again, and I started off with Shiftry. It was a very bad starting Pokemon I used. Plus he does have a Poliwrath at the back from his list to counter my Shiftry. But yeah, it was a bad judgment for me in this last round of the fourth match of the tournament. Surprisingly, he didn't switch to his next Pokemon. He just simply received my Hydro Cannon here, and I'm gonna let this Empoleon down because excuse me, because it's not enough to faint down the Empoleon if I use my Hydro Cannon. Try to keep my shield up, and then from here, guys, we do know that my Shiftry should be winning because my Shiftry is slightly healthier than his, and I get to use my Leaf Blade first. And I'm going to use another Leaf Blade because I was predicting it was a 4-play or Leaf Blade. Let's see what happened. It was Hurricane. Ouch. GG. And I was about not to use my shield here, just let my Wish Cache down, but for the sake of dignity, I just played out this last match for fun. So I was speechless here. Yeah, I learned that somehow we have to use some unpredictable charge move against certain Pokemon, and he does use his shift tree at the last moment, and it does he does get me there. So very well played there. um, Nice match. I'm trying to get my mud bomb here, trying to fight until the end of the game. He do use his shield there. um, I'm trying to get another mud bomb, trying to feint down the knocked out, at least get one of his Pokemon, but he's still using his shield there and using his sky attack. So GG, very nice game. I wasn't expecting Hurricane at all. No wonder he took time and trying to farm some amount of energy against my shift tree. Wow, that was a very good experience. That was my last Fusion Cup tournament. I hope we can learn a lot from here. Um, to use the last Pokemon. I mean, to use your last Pokemon with a different moveset in the last round. That was a stylish ending, guys. That was a stylish endgame. Uh, yeah. So I hope you guys like this video. If you like it, please let me know what you think on the comment section below, and don't forget to subscribe and like. um, I will see you guys more in the next video for the Rose Cup. Obviously, I had enough with this Fusion Cup. Enough. That's it for this. Thank you guys for watching again. I'm gonna see you guys in the next one. Bye guys.